was all here. But, I mean, you can try. But, yeah. Let me give you a wrench. This ain't gonna be a long live, but I didn't leave y'all hanging. High shot. What happened was I was doing a whole presentation so I could be organized and stuff, you know. So I'm just gonna wait until a few more people get in, you know. I'm gonna start marking y'all tardy for being late, you know. Hold on. I'm gonna try to like do other things too, but hi Donovan. Hi my good sis. I gotta figure out how to have prime time. Wait. Y'all, I'm a little nervous, okay? Y'all let me know if y'all like this format, okay? So, oh wait, I didn't do, okay, Donovan, okay. So now, we're just gonna do prime times, hold on. I'm gonna do it for right now, like this, until everybody comes. I'm gonna talk about what happened last night. So, y'all, don't be thinking this is a man bashing thing when I do my first topic, okay? Because it's something that I noticed and I have to point it out, okay? So, don't be thinking I'm a hater or whatever, because like I gotta point it out a little bit because like it's kind of like funny a little bit, but it's not at the same time. Let me do his a little bit. Do the eyes, okay? So don't y'all think that it's like that, like I'm trying to be a hater or anything, you know? I just want to point something out, you know, that I noticed. And then y'all can give me y'all input, okay? Because, you know, it's funny a little bit, but, you know, wait, did I miss anybody? Oh, yeah, okay. Just want to get everything out. Yes. Hi, my good cousin. I mean, okay. Once we get to double digits, then I'll start because well, I guess I might as well start. I don't know. Okay, let me see what we're gonna talk about. So first, I was just gonna talk about. Oh, let me hold on. Let me put it right here. Okay. So I have a whole presentation. Wait, hold on. Make sure I can get it on my YouTube side because I don't even know. Can't even see it. Hold on. Turn down everything. Okay. All right. So this is the first day of my sad girl hours thing. Okay, it's a funny joke. I'm not really sad, but listen, this is just a running joke between me and one of my coworkers. We used to say it was sad boy hours. Usually that's like midnight or whatever when you have to work in fast food. But okay. So disclaimer: this is not a male bashing session, but hear me out, okay? So we're gonna be talking about the pseudo-masculinity that I witnessed yesterday. So we're gonna talk about the male gaze, the homoerotic behaviors between the virtual bros, and then I like to throw cartoons in there. So I'll put Johnny Bravo because a lot of y'all remind me of Johnny Bravo. Then how women are used as virtual pawns. Okay, so what happened is this. So this was coined by a lady named Lisa, not Lisa, Laura. She did an essay about it. Basically, the gaze is the sexualization of women and men being empowered and painted as the hero. So basically, somebody wrote this whole thing. Every time I think about this space, I think about this picture. Hold on. Alright, I got a noisy background. But okay, so it kind of reminded me of this. Okay, so basically, she was saying that straight culture, straight male culture, is where women are only used for sex, and men love other men, like they admire them, they respect them, they adore them, they honor them. You know, all the stuff that you want as that you would do in a couple, right? But they only reserve stuff like the woman's role for devotion, service, and sex. So don't that sound like, very, familiar how people treat women? Like men are respected, um, they're honored, they're idolized, while women are just used for devotion, aka submission, service, devotion, and submission. Yeah, this is all submission and sex. Okay. And this is how these goofies be looking to me because they be remind me of this. Like they be trying to holler at all the ladies, but they cannot get not one single lady. And this is us, ladies, okay? If we're participating in this space, this is how we look. We're all pawns, even the catfish. But okay. So Rue, he was talking about why good girls are attracted to bad boys, but I have my own spin to it. Okay, y'all, let me think. Y'all know this. Y'all know this couple, right? Y'all know this couple. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. Damon and Elena, right? Okay, she's a good girl, quote unquote good girl. He's a bad boy, right? So simply to put it, like if you have attachment issues, you're always gonna like put somebody. You're always gonna chase after somebody that you know is hard to like maintain or really they have a commitment issue. Okay, so like that's why we always be like, oh, niggas ain't shit, whatever, right? Because we have attachment issues, ladies. So we self-sabotage ourselves by going after guys who don't really who like us but not like really like us like that. And I really think that this could be solved by therapy because this is some deep dark abandonment issues that stem from childhood. Okay, like when you really think about it, you're really like when you think about it, you're really putting your partner in a space of like where the parental role is, like whatever you were lacking in your childhood, you're trying to seek it in the relationship. So think about it, like, oh my goodness, like I don't know if y'all can really hear me like that, but let me tell y'all, okay? Okay, so my last topic is the real confessions of a crybaby, okay? Because y'all know I'm a crier, and y'all know I like to get a little good cry out, okay? So, this is me, okay? I'm not Lindsay Lohan, but like I was known as the drama queen in my family, okay? Because I'm pretty expressive and I like to cry a lot, and I used to throw temper tantrums, and I used to be very violent with expressing my anger. So now I just like kind of learned how to do it in a healthy way. I just cry so I don't throw stuff. So one, okay, I can list a few reasons why I would cry. Okay, when I cry, sometimes it's because I don't want to hurt or disrespect the people I love or respect. Okay, so one time me and my mom we got into an argument and she balled her little fist up at me. And so I cried because I was like, bro, I'm really gonna have to fight my mom, but I didn't fight her. I just like cried it out. I was like, bro, I can't fight her. And to me, crying is healthy. Okay, that's how I express my frustration. Okay, like if I feel like a test is hard, I'm gonna go into my car and I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. And so like, oh my goodness, I was not prepared for this test. I feel so dumb. I'm gonna have to drop out. I'm so dramatic. But okay. What else? Yeah. It helps me relieve myself like when I'm in a deep depressive mood or I'm feeling like on the verge of catching an anxiety attack. The crying really helps me, soothe, because yeah, you can like when you have panic attacks and stuff, you can like literally feel it in your whole entire body. So to be honest, if I'm crying, that means I'm really pissed. Otherwise, I'm not really that mad. I'm like, really, I don't really care. And why we should stop shaming people for their coping mechanism or methods. Okay. So when I first joined YouTube, I was called toxic. I was described as toxic femininity because I was crying and my voice was like was soft, quote unquote. And so that kind of hurt my feelings. And then being labeled as manipulative, that kind of hurts too because like I don't really be crying trying to get people to react and stuff. I really be crying because I'm really mad. Okay, I don't know how to cry like on spot, like. But anyways, it reminds me of how other people, like black people mainly, try to strip other black people of how their coping methods. Like for example, my daughter, she is really a big thumb sucker. Like when she's upset or she's sleepy, she don't suck her thumb. And that's her. I'm okay with her sucking her thumb because that's how she soothes herself. Okay, but my grandma, she really hates it. She's like, it's gonna mess up her teeth. She's gonna always suck her thumb. I don't like it. You need to stop. You need to stop letting her suck her thumb because that's really not good for the baby. But for me, I feel like that's how she relieves herself. For me, it's crying. Like I'm gonna express myself like if I'm upset. Cause like for a long time I used to hold that stuff in. That's why I used to have to like, throw my hands at the walls and stuff, throw books and stuff, throw whatever was in front of me. But now I just like, I'm just gonna let it out. But anywho, that's my works cited. I only took one thing. Everything else was like I just used the definition and who created it. But everything else was like my brain thoughts and stuff. Um, but yeah, this is my TED talk. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and I'm gonna let other people come up. Okay. Um, let me share the thing because I keep forgetting. Copy. Okay, paste, and then I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Okay. Hold on. Let me do the hello. What is that? That's ugly. Um, but how do I unhide the thing? But I want it to be organized. I didn't want it to be ghetto. Um, damn. Okay. I didn't want it to be ghetto or whatever. So I really did. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take turns. We're gonna be civilized. Okay. So we're gonna do 20 minutes per topic. Okay. And oh, thank you, Mother Earth. And we're gonna start with the first topic. So if anybody want to hop up and talk about, the pseudo-macho-masculinity and the virtual flexing, y'all can come up and talk about it because I already gave my opinion. So I'm really, the rest is up to you because, like, tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right, or if I was like man bashing because that was not my intent. Even though this is the sisterhood dictatorship, I do want to respect everyone. I did. Stop. Stop. Okay, I did. Stop. Okay. Was it too much? Was I doing too much? Oh, hello. Welcome, Mother Earth. Hold on.
Hey, let's see. Hey, everybody.
I took my time. Like, was I doing too much? But doing the little
No,
thing.
I appreciate the presentation. That's actually something that like stops me from doing videos and going live because I haven't done the actual work to put it together in a way that'll make sense. So good for you.
Yeah, I didn't want to be extra, but like,
Yeah, no, I came up because I didn't hear the beginning of your stream,
oh
but
yeah,
you just said that the first topic was pseudo macho masculinity.
oh yeah. We can share it. Let me share it again so I can go back. Basically, I was talking about how these men they be using women as as a way to like um to flex. Like I used all these terms. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't judge my ghetto thing, okay? So this is my presentation. So I talked about the male gaze, but I was trying to figure out like I think we need an updated version because like I think the male gaze is like surpassed this. This is pretty simple.
It is. And when you think about how people are trying to sell courses on how to learn femininity or be more of a feminine woman, those are also courses or ideas that are based upon getting that male gaze. And the great thing about words in English and language is that it does evolve. So we can update that that definition. My thing though that I wanted to add about the pseudo macho masculinity
Mhm.
and the virtual flexing is I've seen it in real life, but you for me I see it like just magnified on social media, the pseudo masculinity or what I like to call performative masculinity, because
Mhm.
easy to quote unquote act like a man when we have, where you can check off on the list, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I have a penis, so that means I am a man, I am masculine, whatever, whatever. As long as I continue to be like, fuck these bitches and these females and, go along to get along, I'm a masculine person. That's how I perceive a lot of these guys to be. And
True.
for me, it's very, it's very scary because that means anybody can act like a man but not really be that way.
Mhm.
And I also know that, you can only act for a certain amount of time until the real you comes out. And that's where I guess we get that, where we'll hear women talk about the Jekyll and the Hyde, or even men will say that about women as well. People
Yep.
can only act a certain way for so long, and then their true person, their true persona, their true ideals and the way that they really feel, their true intentions, those things eventually come out. And you see that with the actions and how they act. So when these men, because we're talking about pseudo masculinity, when these men are trying to prop themselves up above women by saying, well, I'm the man and the woman is lower than me, not saying I'm a man and a woman is complementary to me and what I'm trying to do, that's violent to me.
It is. It's
Uh,
very violent.
we've been seeing this going on for over 10 years on the internet. And it was violent before the internet. My opinion, though, is that the internet just exasperates that violence. When you have women like Asia McGowan, who was in Michigan over 10 years ago, and she was being herself, posting dance videos and singing videos and just parody videos, minding her own fucking black woman business. And
Mhm.
some incel pseudo macho masculine black man who was following them. His name is Sergeant Willie Pete. He's like one of the grandfathers of the black manosphere online, because my belief is that, the manosphere rhetoric, those ideals, they were already in place before we had a fucking internet.
Yep.
So they just got on the internet and started spewing that poison and that rhetoric, and it's easy to have confirmation bias with a little bit of irony, a little bit of truth, and now you got a whole goddamn army of incels. But Sergeant really Willie Pete, he was one of the originals on YouTube. This is over 10 years ago. Y'all can look it up, and he's still on YouTube to this day saying the same shit. um One of his followers, and it, not to say that it's all Sergeant Willie Pete's fault, but the fact that you have people who are upheld as, you know, elders or the voice of reason or whatever the case may be, people are looking to certain people for information. And again, the confirmation bias, he was one of those. And the guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he actually went to school with Asia McGowan. He was he was manosphere. He was a black man, and he plotted the death and the murder of this woman that he went to community college with. He was posting. He matter of fact, he was on his Cyber Lion shit. I'm gonna go ahead
Oh,
and say
that's
it.
creepy.
He was on his Cyber Lion shit. He had multiple accounts where he would harass this
Mm-hmm.
woman. He would attack her verbally online. He just different things. And one day she posted, and you can still see the video today if you go on to her YouTube page, because it's still available. Her YouTube channel is still available. She actually posted a video and addressed her quote unquote haters, or the people that were coming at her. She had a very woman first type of mindset when she would talk about different things online. So we know that this quote unquote gender war has been going on for a long time, but really it's not a gender war. It's just women responding to the bullshit, and
Mm-hmm.
tired of it. And I actually listened to this story because Black Woman Sphere talked about it the other yesterday actually. And so this guy plotted on her and eventually killed her and shot her and then shot himself and died.
Wow. We gotta really be careful because some of these men are really like really weird.
My point exactly. It makes me look differently at these guys that, you know, come onto these panels or into the chats and different things, or on the comments or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people like to say, oh well, it's just YouTube, but it's not.
Yep. They take it too seriously, and they really want to be like this guy. Let me show you. They really want to be like. Hold on. They really want to be like him. Like, remember he was trying to be like the Mac and stuff. He was trying to talk to women and stuff, but he went around it the wrong way. And a lot of these guys, they don't understand that you can't be talking to women like they're sexual objects or something, or servants and stuff. Like they really try to treat us like we're second uh you know
Second class citizens, I
yeah.
want to say. And that's what I like to call, you know, the plantation patriarchy, where we have this select group of men who want to take us back to they hate the movie Color Purple when we bring it up, to show that there was actually that type of behavior at a point in time, and that the black exploitation period was just a graduation, an evolution of that. But they hate when we talk about that. But why are you mad when there are actually men like that? Why are you mad
Hmm.
when things like the woman in Harlem or different sexual assaults or sexual crimes happen, and then you want to distance yourself from the other men? And oh, that wasn't a man, that was a weirdo. No, he was a man who went to the gym with you, who shot pool with you,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. And you overlooked a lot of his behavior because he is a man. So don't try to separate yourself from him now. Don't try to separate yourself from him now that you have a daughter. How about you work on that behavior? How about you be that beacon of light within your brother sphere or brotherhood or whatever the case may be? How about you do that instead of telling a woman that she's a hoe because she got her ankles showing and got a
Hmm.
purple wig on? Like,
have you ever noticed that a lot of the predatory guys, they're really popular. Like they really hold high positions in the school. Like they've been like the school president or some like president of a chapter or something.
yeah. I was when I was in the military, and okay, so I was in the military from 2009 to 2012, and I was in a car club, and with the car club there was like a partner club with a bike club,
Mhm.
and most of those guys were like trash. Like one of the guys for sure, I'm not even gonna say the club, but he was like one of the founders of the club. He had a wife, a whole wife, who was in the military. She is like an officer. She's an officer in the military, and he just dragging her in these streets with his reputation. And it's like
I believe
none
it.
of the men that were in that group, none of them
Mhm.
held him to the standard of, oh man, like you're not a player type dude. You're a whole married man. You should be upholding the institution of marriage and the different things that come with that. You're a family man. You have children. What? No, there was none of that. It was literally from the head to the tail. All the men were trash. It was so bad to the point that one of my family members got into that bike club, and one of my uncles got into the bike club,
Mhm.
and it started causing problems within their household, my aunt and my uncle, because that was just what they allowed. And it's like, y'all excuse fuckery behavior, y'all excuse and normalize fuck shit, but when it comes back to bite you in the ass, that's when you want to pay attention. When the women are onto your shit, that's when you want to try to flip the shit around. It's not a war. It's a literal response to the fuck shit that black women have endured for generations. I can't even say decades. I can say generations.
Yep, that's true. Cause like you can't be picking at somebody. That's just like people saying it's a race war. I don't believe in race wars because like yeah, only one person is benefiting off of the oppression of the other. So you can't tell somebody, oh, you can't be beating up on somebody and then telling them, oh, you can't hit back or else that's a war. Like that's a war. It's been a war. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and it's sad when we talk about the pseudo masculinity. It's sad because you can see in a lot of their talking points, and not even just on social media, but in real life too. I've seen it, where the men, they want to be able to dominate women like they do children.
Mhm.
And my opinion is that you shouldn't want to be dominating a woman or a child. Or me as a woman, I don't want to dominate a man or a child, or anyone else for
Yeah.
that fact. You know what I'm saying? Because when we start putting that pressure on our children, when we start making it normal that it's okay to abuse this person just because they're different from me, whether that's the child or the woman, we're just continuing that cycle of abuse and that cycle of oppression. If I teach my child that, hey, I'm bigger than you, I call the shot, not to say that I don't teach them boundaries and different things like that, because I know how people get and they jump off the cliff when I start talking like that. But
Yep. I feel you on that because they. I don't know why people feel like kids are like second class citizens too.
right,
Like,
right. They want to be able to treat women the way they've treated children. And for a while, it has been that way. But oh my gosh, how dare these women want to be treated equally? Not to say that I can do the same thing that a man can do, because again, they want to jump off the cliff when we start talking about things like this. They want to start reaching with baby T-Rex arms and shit like that. But the fact of the matter is that there is a such thing as basic human rights, and call it what you want, but the same people that are complaining that the world is so fucked up right now, they don't want to give women and children basic human rights. How do you expect to see a place where people are treated with humanity, with as the basic construct. How do you expect people to be treated with basic humanity if you won't even give that to your woman and your child?
Exactly. And I feel like because like they can't get be equal for with the white man in his society. They want to like they want to pick at somebody that's like usually like when you watch shows about bullies and stuff, they usually come from like abusive household, like their parents are
Mhm.
really mistreating them. So what they do is go to school and they pick at the little nerdy kid because they know the little nerdy kid can fight back.
Yeah, it's a cycle of abuse. I mean, I say it all the time, and I'm gonna get my PowerPoints ready so I can be prepared like you, girl, because
Yes.
that's the shit that I be talking about. Like the first bully is usually the parent, and
Yeah.
it just teaches that in our society, in order for us to continue, we need to be exerting some type of abuse. There needs to be some type of oppression for the system to keep going on. And that's where you get the men saying, okay, we need to make these women submit, whether they're in a pool of blood or they're doing it willingly, or we just need to make these bitches have our children to continue the black. I've seen it and heard it
Exactly.
on this platform specifically. It just sets that precedent that oppression and abuse is what we need to continue. And I want to challenge that by saying, no, that's really not what we need. What we really need is more compassion and more empathy and more love. And of course, that's with those people who are reciprocating and
Hmm.
deserving of that, because you don't just go hoe out your energy and just give it to people who aren't giving that back to you. We've been doing that for far too long. We've been believing for far too long that the people who say they love us really love us. It's not the truth. We have to believe a person by their works and the things that they're actually giving to us, the tangible things that we can actually pay attention to and hold on to. And actually, I'm taking this and I'm investing it. And once I put it into something, when it comes out, it's going to be that much even more, because I'm a fucking creator. I'm a fucking nurturer. All of the above. We have to get back to that. Right now, it's a lot of, because there is a thin line between love and hate. We're seeing the fruit of that, which has been happening for so long.
Yep. I think well he said Shot says he thinks it boils down to the cartoons you love. Maybe for me, I think it really boils down to like how people are raised, also. But also, I feel like it's really society. We live in a patriarchal society, so I don't know. I don't know why I thought we could escape this this type of behavior and this type of mindset because by being on the internet, because like it's just all around in our society. So
Right.
what do you think about the good girls and bad boys? Do you think good girl complex come from like abandonment issues, like always chasing after the bad boy because he won't truly ever love you, you know?
I think it can stem from a little bit of abandonment. Abandonment, and when I say abandonment, that's a very generic term for me,
Mhm.
because you can abandon your children by the simple fact of, my daughter is crying, but I'm telling her she's crying for nothing. So now I'm abandoning her emotions and her reality and what's going on with her. Or I can abandon my children by leaving them with a daddy and never coming back. So it's levels to the abandonment. But I think it does play into when people are trying to, I guess, get a different reaction from other people that they didn't necessarily get from the people who mattered most, when they started to develop those attachments and different complexes and things like that. I
Mhm.
mean, there's multiple studies that show that the connection that children have with their parents and their caretakers, the people that are around them the most, including teachers, daycare providers, etc., those relationships heavily influence how they respond to people and how they relationships in their adulthood. So I do think it plays a part into attachment issues. And when we look into different attachment forms, which I don't think a lot of people are well versed on, when you have your attachment and then you have your temperament,
Mm-hmm.
and those things work together, and your attachment and your temperament can actually change depending on your environment and the people
That's
that
true.
are around you and things like that. So yeah, I think like you said, is very important to be able to identify your triggers. And do you have abandonment issues? Did you feel heard when you were a child? How is your relationship with your mother and your father, whether they were in the home or not? If you have siblings, how is your relationship with them? I mean, getting back to how you felt as a child and whoever it was that was around you that was influential during that time. It's important to focus on that, not necessarily wallow in it and be like, oh damn, my mama wasn't shit. She wasn't emotionally available for me. No, like, okay, my mom wasn't able to give me this. She's almost 60. She's probably never going to be able to give me that. But hey, I can acknowledge it now. And even sometimes if I talk to my mom, she can be like, damn, I fucked up. I'm sorry. How can we work on this for moving forward?
Yeah.
And if even if you don't have that, there has to be, you have to love yourself enough and accept yourself enough to be okay that everybody's not going to be able to give you the things that you need or make you feel loved in the ways that you need to be loved, because we have the different love languages and things like that.
That
And of
is
course,
true.
that changes with time as well. It depends on what your needs are. Every human has needs, and a lot of our actions and our emotions, they are contingent on unmet needs.
I believe that. There was this girl on YouTube. I'm gonna have to find her stuff. Um, I think it would be a good episode to do like a watch party of her show where she's talking about reparenting and stuff, like how to reparent yourself. Because I think a
Mhm.
lot of people need to learn how to reparent themselves.
Yes, reparenting yourself is a lifelong thing, in my opinion, especially if you've had parents who, I mean, a lot of us have heard this, I didn't know what I was doing, but I did my best.
Mm-hmm.
We get it, but hey, for me, that's not good enough. All right. Because I'm the type of person, if I don't know some shit, I'm going to go look that shit up.
Right?
I'm going to go research it. I'm going to ask other people their opinions about it. Hey, don't let me know a subject matter expert because I'm all in their business. Then I'm right there as the student and they're the teacher. So for me, when a lot of our parents use that, they use that as a cop out, and I get it. But at the same time, okay, we got the cop out. You didn't know. You were too busy. You had to work, whatever the case may be, whatever your reason is, because we all have our reasons, we all have our excuses. They say excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. So a lot of our parents weren't able to give us that fullness and that richness of what really gracious love and compassionate love is. A lot of us grew up in Christian based homes, but we weren't met with that same love that Jesus gave the world.
Right? Why are Christians so mean sometimes?
you know, I it
I,
again,
I grew up
to
with
me, it
Christians
goes
too.
it goes back to oppression, because there's no niceties in oppression. Excuse me, you know who is exactly in power and you know who is not. And if we look at the school system, if we look at the workforce, if we look at the prison system, if we look at literally the medical system, if we look at any institution in the United States specifically, we can see that there is that power dynamic. And a lot of times we get caught up into trying to teach our children that, you can't step out of line too far because this world will swallow you up. We get caught up in that so much that we're doing the same things to our children that we say the world is going to do to them.
Yes, because like I don't know why parents always like. I feel like they are tough on us a little bit, and you know what? All I think all of this kind of like connects in a way. Like when you really think about it. Hold on, because like we were talking about emotional needs, and then I was talking about like the emotions and stuff and like coping mechanisms. And I feel like it all connects in a way because like we're still all trying to figure out how to, communicate and how to fit into this world and stuff. Because like our parents really didn't teach us. They just like, well, whatever, you'll learn. You know?
Yeah, it's a lot of things that they just expect us to know when we literally just got here. Like my oldest just turned 4 and my youngest is 2. So a lot of times I have to just take a step back and be like, "Oh, damn. They don't know that yet. They don't understand different intricacies and concepts behind communication and different cultures and like they don't know. It's my job to teach them. So let me make sure that I've actually done my job to teach them that lesson and reinforce that lesson before I'm so hard on them saying that this is the standard and I need you to get it right now. That's not realistic. That's not how people learn. That's not how our brains develop. If you talk to teachers or preschool teachers, different things like that, they will let you know that they're not just after they say, this is ABC. I need y'all to write this down. Oh, y'all didn't write it down? Well, I'm beating that. They don't do that at the
Exactly. It
school.
takes it takes some time to work with kids. I feel like sometimes parents they could be very like very harsh. Like
Yeah, they don't get it because we don't talk a lot about parenting in the sense of being more gracious and understanding with our children, and we don't talk about human development either, especially when it comes to school. A lot of times we just are so focused on, I got to go to work, I got to get the bag, I got to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do on my job. So what I need is for my child to be doing what they need to do under this white person's tutelage. A lot of times it's a white person who is the teacher.
yeah.
Majority of the time it's a white woman. And listen, I don't trust these Karens. I don't trust them around my children. I don't trust them around my family. I get Emmett Till vibes until shown otherwise. So I just need to know. I got my eyebrow up all the time. And so,
Yeah, because they be very passive aggressive.
they are, and I've been taught by them in the school system. When I was in the 5th grade, my math teacher tried to make it seem like I was flirting with. Listen, I didn't even think boys were cute in the 5th grade, okay?
Me neither.
I didn't even think they were cute. I wasn't like, "Oh, this is my boyfriend." Nothing like that until I was in like 7th grade. 7th grade, I had boy fever. 5th grade, I was not worried about them little boys, okay?
For me,
Like
it was
I
like
was I was trying to play football and my dad was like, "No, I'm not letting you play football. Go pick up the pom poms over there and be friends with Tevin Wamuels. Don't be trying to be on the field over here."
I feel
But
you.
but my teacher, she had in her mind that I was this oversexed, adultified young woman, and I'm 10. And she like called me out in the hallway one day and was like, "I know you're trying to flirt with this boy," and da 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 da. And I was so confused and my feelings were hurt. I remember I was in the gifted program at this time. I remember before I went to the computer lab that we used to go to, I went to the bathroom and just cried my eyes out. But I don't even remember telling my parents about that because I was just so used to, well, the teacher is right. And my parents, they don't send me to school to play or to laugh. They sent me here to listen to the teacher. And it wasn't until I was a full on adult that I was like, damn, this bitch really played me. Like, and that's how they doing a lot of these kids at the schools.
Yeah,
It's
my third grade teacher, she had no compassion for me, cause like I like I'm visual, so I made this thing. Well, she would really like she made fun of me, like she kind of tried to embarrass me in front of class and stuff, cause I would never pay attention, cause she would just talk, she would lecture and stuff, so I would stare out in space. And one time she was like, Earth to legs, why are you always staring out to space? I was like, damn, she really called me out.
straight
But
called you out.
and she used to make me walk because I would always daydream in her class. But I kind of me, I was kind of a slick kid. Me daydreaming, that was me trying to train myself how to sleep with my eyes open.
Yeah, you see, it's a way that you can call people out. It's a way that you can call people out on their bullshit without, completely trying to shame them or degrade them. And I feel like that, especially black moms, they have
Mhm.
perfected a way of doing that. Like when they be like, oh, you smelling yourself, that's a way to kind of like call you out without like demeaning you or making you feel like trash.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like we know what to do. It's just that I feel like a lot of times we let society or our peers and our family and different things like that sway how we're going to treat people. Like we know that certain shit isn't right. Like, do you really feel like a sane person running around your house trying to find an object to hit your kid with? Or do you feel more
Mhm.
humane when you're actually trying to connect with them and see why they were speaking in class? Oh, it was because they're smart as fuck and they were bored because they got done with their work and their teacher doesn't care because they're just
Yeah.
there to clock in and clock out. And I think some of those teachers too, they get off on telling students' parents, oh, they were acting up because they know the
Mhm.
majority of parents is gonna get off in that ass.
Especially if the kids are black and the teachers are non-black.
How many videos have we seen of black mothers showing
Mhm.
up to the school, embarrassing themselves and their child off of the strength of what some Karen done said?
True, cause like when I used to work at the Y, the Latino girls, they were really mean to the black kids. Like they looked down on them because they were in government assistant homes, and they were like, "Oh, my dad would never do that to our family." Like if you're on government assistance, then that makes you lower than us and stuff. I'm like, shit. If the government had, they're like, how you feel about it? I'm like, shit. If the government had me some shit, I'll take it. That shit, fuck that shit.
I mean,
Honestly,
they that whole thing is a fucking fraud. That whole talking point about government assistance, because guess what? Guess what the fucking government is here to do? Assist the people.
yes. We might as well. Like, we pay taxes. We pay taxes, so you know
And guess who pays taxes? Not the rich. The rich people don't pay no damn taxes.
they don't. And listen, and I believe like a lot of them kids, like black kids that are in the hood, they have like natural raw talent. Like some of the brightest kids, and some of the most athletic kids. And then when you go to the rich areas, like those kids have like they're kind of lazy because like I feel like this when you're given stuff all the time, you don't have the motivation to out there and go for it. But if you're like stripped of stuff and you have to work for it, then you're gonna work harder to be the smartest kid in the class. Like it actually hurts some of their feelings that they're not the smartest kid in the class. I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to be the smartest kid in the class. You just have to,
Yeah,
continuously learn.
it actually hurts them on when you look at it at a more microscopic level. Microscopic. I said microscopic. Oop, that was low value of me.
It's okay. I be mispronouncing words too. Actually, I would do a live about that, honestly, because I used to mispronounce words all the time. I used to get made fun of. You want to know what word I used to mispronounce all the time, brother?
What?
Keep. I used to say teep, teep.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But when you look at it closer, when you look, we're talking about the school system. Asian children and white children, they actually fall behind because the teacher just expects them to already be smart, to not need
Mhm.
help, and different things like that. Those stereotypes actually hurt them, and it actually continues them to have that delusion of grandeur when they're less than mediocre. And that's why I tell a lot of black people when I meet them, hey, walk with the confidence of 1,000 mediocre white men.
Exactly. And I feel like because like white boys, they really hold on. Let's talk about that because white boys, they really do think they know everything. Like you wanna sit next to a Mister Know It All, sit them next to a damn white person. I remember reading something written by a black woman. He was like, "I know more about this than you do," and I'm like, "Oh, excuse me, you a white sir know more about black woman's literature and stuff and how to interpret it than an actual black woman." Oh, okay. I thought you said something, sir. Was you blonde?
Yeah, it takes all kinds, and it really is that kind out here that think because they were born
Mm-hmm.
with a melanin deficiency that they just have all of the answers and people should be easily impressed by them no matter what it is that they do. And I'm not that type of person. And the crazy thing is I wasn't raised in like a heavy pro black home or different things like that. My parents were normal people,
Me
normal
neither.
quote unquote black Americans, hardworking in the military, different things like that. So it's just funny to see how people show up in the world and how they think they show up. That's very interesting.
Sean, what you got going on? I see something in the background. What is this?
Yeah. All right.
Is
You
it
see that
safe to
link?
put up? Is it safe to put up? What do you got going
We're
on?
gonna take it to the next level. You
Shot
see that?
always got some shit. But yeah,
Okay, go
what
ahead, Mr.
just to
Shot.
go back on the before Shot comes up here,
Mm-hmm.
to go back on the pseudo macho masculinity and the virtual flexing, it's very real. These men, they do believe the things that they say. It's not just social media. They're actually plotting on women and murdering
Yup.
women, hurting them, hurting their children, and even hurting themselves because, and I'm not even going to say that they're sick, because saying that they're sick implies that there is some type of antidote, which there is not.
Yup.
Predators are predators, need to be treated
Exactly.
as such.
Bro, I used to get into it with people on Twitter. I had to get off of it because I'm like, you know what? I only believe in the prison system to lock up them people that rape and, harm children because, like, no, there's no rehab for them. There's no rehab to tell you to stop raping somebody. That's
There
really,
is none. You want to know what confirmed that for me? Let's see. I actually, and I need to find her information. Because I used to be on Clubhouse
mm-hmm,
before I just couldn't take it anymore. But I met a lot of professional people in the medical field. This one woman who's a doctor, she actually works with domestic violence perpetrators, so not the victims but the actual people who commit the violence. And what she was saying was like when she talks to a lot of her clients, a lot of the times they don't even remember a lot of the things that happened that led up to the fact that, hey, now I'm
true.
actually speaking to a person who is a professional in the field of domestic violence or abuse or whatever the case may be, or I'm on probation now for first degree assault or whatever the case may be, because the abuser compartmentalizes a lot of the abuse that they inflict on the person, the victim, and themselves.
And I think I heard. Did you hear this before? Mother Earth, where they said that even if you cut the like genitals, or remove the genitals of a person who sexually assault somebody, they're still gonna do it because
Right.
it's not even
Because
like
it's not
a.
in the genitals.
Hmm.
It's legit a disorder. When you look into psychology and you look up the different personality disorders, it's like I think cluster A, B, and C. And
Mm-hmm.
people talk a lot about narcissism and different things like that. It's in there. That's just one facet of the multiple disorders that you can have, and you can have compounding disorders.
Yeah. And that's why people need to really get that stuff checked out. Like y'all really need to go get your brain checked out, like your mental health checked
Right.
out.
And it's so common. And we go back to religion. We talked about it for a second, but that's another part of the pseudo masculinity, in my opinion, because when we look at Christianity, that's one of
Hmm.
the religions in American society. But what's also important about Christianity is that it's so based on masculinity and the man, to the part where we forget about Mother Mary, who was breastfeeding in the goddamn church. We only talking about three dicks: Father, Son, and Holy
Exactly.
Ghost. Why are we talking about all these dicks?
And it's kind of like homoerotic when you think about two men raising a baby, and people supposed to believe that the Bible hates gay people. Like that's a whole gay relationship. That's a whole gay
It's a
family.
whole gay orgy, okay? For the simple fact that God, in this story, in this
Hmm.
mythological story, God didn't even care about what the woman thought about her body, her life, or anything. He was like, "I'm gonna get you pregnant so you and Joseph can raise this baby because."
Mm-hmm.
Not God being a whole deadbeat.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
We gotta do a stream about the Bible too with them. 'Cause I
But
believe a lot
no,
of the
God is the original deadbeat. Like,
God
and
is a pookie too. When you really think
God
about
is
it,
a whole
he
pookie.
is
He
a
wasn't
pookie
even
in Ray
paying
Ray.
child support, girl.
He
And then
wasn't.
his son, who gave his
Period.
life for all of humanity, he didn't even come and save him. He abandoned him like a true
Exactly.
deadbeat, okay? And when we look at God, he is just the personification of Zeus,
Hmm.
who had mortal and immortal and demigod baby mamas all over the goddamn universe. Like,
I heard Zeus was a creep and he was like low key on
he
that rapey kind of shit.
Yo, Zeus didn't know about consent. Jesus was a rape baby. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. And it continues into the pathology of not just black men, but men in general. And it also fucking infects our women too, because let us not forget that we have, what they don't like it when we say it, but the male identified women. That's how
Hmm.
misogyny and patriarchy works. It's supposed to indoctrinate everyone. And
Yep,
that's
that's
why
why
we
we're
have
all we're all we're all pawns to this game.
absolutely, absolutely. Bring back the pawns and the catfish.
Exactly. Hold on, let me do that. That's low key shade. I need to stop being shady. Come bring her beans and stuff. I need to
Oh
find that.
shit.
Y'all know that tweet where it was like some dude. He was in the movie theater and he was eating beans, and then one of the kids was like, "That nigga eating beans."
No, I didn't see that. But I'm thinking about doing the video of me cooking beans and cornbread, because that goes any day over beans and toast. I mean, the fuck?
Yeah, they be eating beans with they toast, and then that bitch she can't even cook rice.
Oh, who is this pulling in front of my house? Oh.
We really gotta talk about this catfish though.
You know, and it's what, Donovan? Do I actually believe what, Donovan?
It's true. You
It's
dive in, open your Bible. It's the truth. You may be saying it in a blunt way, but God put it in the word. Like he really did. Like he really did get either God got Mary pregnant or one of them angels did. But all we know is that Joseph is not the biological daddy. So where was
Well, you
Warden?
see, that's how they try to pretty it up. Well,
Mm-hmm.
an angel came down to tell her that she was going to get pregnant. Did she consent though?
Exactly. And how old was she when she got pregnant? Let's
So
talk.
God just gonna tell me, bitch, you having my baby. I'm okay. God is a whole gorilla pimp. Like, don't start with me. Don't start
Guys are pookie. And them damn prophets, they pookies too. I don't care what nobody say. Cause I was reading the Bible one day and he said one of them they was like, you better get out the temple before I lay them hands on you. I was like, what the hell? I said, I
and
kinda
see,
fuck with that.
that's another. Okay, we ranting now. I'm with the shits. So that was one of the only times that I remember in the Bible of Jesus actually using violence to try to teach people.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was actually using that violence, it wasn't against his disciples. It was against Pharisees and what was it?
Yep,
Pharisees
the
and
Pharisees and the
uh,
something and the priest and stuff. I forgot what they were called. Them
them
niggas.
niggas.
Yeah, I don't blame him because church folks they kind of irritating. Like,
But my thing is though, again, when we go back to like the good girl complex and
hmm
the abandonment issues and the attachment issues, a lot of times our parents will use the fact that you're supposed to spoil the rod to spare the child.
yep,
Well, if Jesus was a shepherd
hmm
and the rod is a tool that is used to actually guide the sheep, was said shepherd beating the sheep with the rod or using the rod to gently guide the sheep into the pasture or away from the cliff or whatever the case may be? That's the question I pose. And people are always like dumbfounded by that shit. They have to find a different way to justify hitting their kids with.
exactly. You're not supposed to beat the kid with the rod. God damn.
God damn, what
They
kind of
take that
shepherd are
verse.
you?
They take that verse, but they won't take the verse where he said, "If you harm a kid, then you're supposed to tie a brick to your foot, and then you're supposed to jump into the ocean. You're
Or
supposed
how
to kill
about
yourself."
fathers don't provoke your children?
Exactly. You're not supposed to make your kids angry. And a lot of parents, they be irritating.
Irritating as hell, and they feel like just because they're the parent, just because they was busting it wide open, that they
hmm
have the right to abuse that child. Or you know what, even, hey, you're my child and you can't have your own life. How I
Yeah,
want you to live is how you're going to live. And some people have even murdered their children because their child wanted to have their own lives. We really have to
exactly.
get out of that mindset of trying to call it what it is, oppress our damn children. We're continuing that generational bullshit. And when you're talking about the pseudo masculinity and the good girl, it's a recipe for disaster. We're seeing that time and time again. We see that shit every day in the fucking news. Some woman who is accepting of this negative ass behavior because, hey, boys will be boys, a man will be a man, I'm supposed
Yeah,
to hold him down, build him up, he's just going through this phase, and then she end up fucking dead. Or you get the man who, hey, I'm gonna be here for this woman, I'm gonna accept all of the bullshit that she gives me. I see that she has a crazy relationship with her own mother, she doesn't even love herself, but hey, I'm gonna try to fix her. I'm gonna try to save it. Now he on snapped. But it's on both sides. The abuse and the trauma is on both sides.
exactly. Cause yeah, people need to go to therapy. I advise you to go to therapy before, after, and during your relationship because relationships they will really put you into like a thing where it'll test your patience. And when I was telling Aunt that like my patience be thin,
Mm-hmm.
and I really have to work on that because but now I'm learning how to walk away, like really, to be honest. Because at first I would just be sticking around, even though the guy would be irritating me, and that's not really a good thing. Like once you
Yeah,
start,
no. Because men, even though they want to treat women, and this is very generic, so please nobody get hurt. But what I've seen that, generally, even though some of these men want to treat women like children, they also want to be treated like a child as well. In the sense
Exactly.
that if a man sees that he's gonna get away with something, he's gonna get away with that shit. The same
Mm-hmm.
way that children try to push that envelope. If they see that, oh well, mommy told me not to run in the street, but she's not saying nothing, even though I'm running the street right now, they're gonna fucking do that shit. Like,
Yeah, kids do that. My cousin, she told me she used to do that. She's like, one time she came over. She was like, "Yeah, I was grounded for a while." I was like, "Why were you grounded?" Because my mom said, "Don't catch me. Don't let her catch me bringing food into my room." So I did it. I brought food into my room, but she caught me. I was like, "Jay," I was like, "Girl."
and see, I want people to understand that that's not just a childlike thing. That's a very human thing when
Mhm.
we set boundaries, because that's natural for us to do. It's important for us to do when we have relationships, and even over social media with these weird ass people. When you set a boundary, a lot of times people are going to be like, "Oh yes, you set that boundary. I respect that. What please tell me all of the criteria of that boundary so I make sure I don't interrupt said boundary." No, they're not going to do that shit. They're going to be like, "Ooh, how can I try to get around this boundary? Ooh, if I do
Exactly.
this, is this still pushing the envelope?"
They do.
That's
They
not
really do
just
try to push the
children.
boundary.
That's all people.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was talking
Matter of
about.
fact, when
Like,
I was in the military, and I'm sure people have said this before, but they used to be like, when we would be like, "Are we gonna leave early for work? Are we gonna
hmm
come in for work tomorrow?" Type shit. You know what the higher ups would tell us? They'd be like, "It's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. Pretty much, get the fuck up out of here, and whatever happens, happens."
godly, and people
So
really do live their life like that. Honestly, because like honestly, I could say I did the same because when I used to work at Whataburger, I used to steal their fries and they stuff because the fries was good. Hold on, Whataburger fries is
let's
so
see.
they be so good at the grease. I
You
swear.
know what? I'm not even gonna hate on you, because I used to live in Fort Worth, and I can attest that Whataburger is like 10 times better than In and Out. I said what I said.
That's straight out of the grease fries. Oh my goodness, it hit way different than when it's like 5 seconds old. Like when it's straight out the grease and it kind of burn your mouth a little bit. I
Yes.
don't know what is about the grease and they
Something about
burgers.
that trans fat.
Mhm. I used to be friends with the fried people. You know, you gotta be friends. I'm strategic with my friendships. Like, you
You
know.
gotta be. You gotta be. And see, that's another little sidebar right there. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to realize that like women are very strategic with their friendships. Y'all try to say that black women are so masculine and things like that, but no, actually we use our femininity to our
Mhm.
advantage, and we will use that when we need it and when we don't need it. And y'all be the ones falling for the shit. So keep falling for the shit. Talking
Exactly.
about goddamn weaves and single mothers and whatever the fuck else,
They are
makeup.
obsessed with weave. Why are they so obsessed with weave? Like, why is that always a discussion?
You know what? I think they're so obsessed with weaves because, well, I'm gonna say the ones that are obsessed with weaves, a lot of them are just not making money off of the black women who wear weaves. That's just my opinion. I feel like they wish that they could get into the business of making money or profiting off of black women. Again, it's going back to the plantation patriarchy, the black exploitation, the pimp culture, whatever, whatever. They can't pimp clothes like that no more, because guess what? Women can be their own fucking pimp. They can have their OnlyFans. Even when Backpage was popping before the feds cut that down, women were setting up their own situations and shit like that. You have different escort systems where they're doing it for themselves. So goddamn, how else can I make money off of these black women? I don't own a McDonald's. I don't own where they like to eat. Damn, I can't even make money off of how they like to wear their hair. God, damn it, fuck these weaves. Like,
They want to blame weave. That's why, you know what? In the sisterhood, we're going to choke these niggas. We have a national choke these niggas with the weave. Get your most colorful weave. You know what? Let me see.
get your 40-inch purple weave and choke. Matter of fact, that was a move on Mortal Kombat. I think her name was Melina,
Mm-hmm.
and she would wrap her hair around niggas on Mortal Kombat. That, oh, I gotta find that shit now.
Honestly, that's what we need to do. That's what Celestia said. You want me to wrap my weave around your neck?
I gotta find the actual character that did that shit. That's gonna be funny. Celeste, I'm gonna tag you in that shit.
Girl, because we need to start doing that for real. Like mine is gonna be pink or maybe yellow, pink or yellow. I want it to be very bright.
See, like 2 years ago, yeah,
Mhm.
over two, almost 3 years ago now, I bleached my hair super, super blonde, and then I
Mhm.
put the purple on there, and then I was rocking like the long purple braids and stuff over the summer, and it wasn't until maybe like a year or so ago that I saw that that was something that, and let's not get it twisted, because white men in the white manosphere also have something against women who shave their heads or have purple and blue hair type shit. Matter of fact, that's a common denominator in their talking points. They'll be like, "Oh, she got the purple hair, she got the shaved head." That's a
They
common.
really want to be white men. That's the problem.
They do. They
Let's
really
irritate
do.
them. I want to find some purple weave. Let me find some purple weave.
Girl, let me find a purple wig. Let me go to the thrift store today. It's a fucking wrap.
It is. It's over with. Y'all gonna see me in my lavender. Y'all better say, go on with your lavender. If some
I'm
people
trying
can
to
have
have
purple
my
walls,
hair as purple as Pellet Stotty's bedroom walls.
yes. If some people can have their walls purple, then I'm gonna have my head purple. How about that?
Why can't I have my hair purple?
One
And
time I
it's
accidentally
like,
had my hair green, but that was
how
because of
is
my
it
dye.
how is it though that these dudes like to watch anime porn and
Hmm.
cartoons and different shit like that, but you don't like a bitch in a fresh new purple wig? Are you
Exactly.
y'all
Isn't it
niggas is
pretty?
capping.
Come on, it's really pretty. No, no lie. Purple do look good on black women. Y'all hating.
Stop playing. Don't get that. You get the red light. See, that's the trick right there. You get you some red light.
Yep. I'm gonna. You need to rock yourself like this. Yeah, hold on.
You get you some red light.
Mhm.
You put that strobe light on for your, see, that's the thing. They ain't got no woman. And now I get it. You
Yep,
put
they
that
be
strobe
hating.
light on for your woman, and whatever color wig she got on, that shit gonna go. Like,
For me,
stop it.
I like the light pink hair. I used to have like a color wig like that. I wore it for my man. He didn't like it. He ain't ever said nothing. Actually, he said that was his favorite wig. So don't. Okay, men don't be complaining about that shit in real life. Y'all internet
Listen, the
nerds.
only thing that I've ever had a man complain about as far as my hair is like, oh, if maybe the hair is a little old and you got some strands straggling. Yeah, don't be having that shit shedding all around the house. They don't like that. They'll take the 40-inch weave. They just don't want 40-inch weave in they spaghetti and shit. Like, make sure your shit ain't shedding.
Shit.
Or if
Them
you
Hispanic girls do that. My brother's baby mama, she used to rip her hair out her head, put it all around his house to mark her territory.
see, and that's why they don't like that shit, because a lot of women do that just to try to mark their territory. And it's like, bitch, even if you got the hair there, the other bitches is still going to come through. That's not going to stop anything.
That's
Now you
actually
just making
crazy.
your nigga that you sharing look dirty and shit. Like,
Exactly. He got hair all over his thing. Like, what the hell? Why are you shedding? Like, I'm gonna say, not her shedding on purpose. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty color too. Green is pretty too. Y'all know what? We need to. Y'all. You remember? What was that movie called? The Wiz. And when they were talking about like, they had the
yes,
different
the different
colors.
colors.
We
Yeah.
need to hit that
Wouldn't
on
be
there.
called dead in red. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some. I really wanted to master red hair, but it just never really worked for me.
That's one thing they complain about too, because that red, when you color your hair with
Hmm.
that red shit be all on his white t-shirt, pillowcases, all that bullshit. That shit takes a while to
They
to
always bragging
decide.
about women, but they want, wouldn't they be happy that a woman wants to make it evident that a woman actually fuck with them? But they don't have them problems. Like, they don't have problems where women are ripping their hair out their head just to mark the territory. Women don't do that for them. They don't. They ain't on that real nigga shit.
Hey, they probably be getting ghosted and all kind of shit. I mean, I get the frustration, but it's just like, okay, bro. I know they like to call you and Celeste the cap committee and shit like that, but these dudes, they the ones that really be capping. Like, if anything, they taught us how to cap
Exactly.
because all of the bullshit that they be on. Like, just admit that you wish you had a weave on your other Walmart brand pillow.
Exactly. And let me tell you, I want to ask them who hurt them, but I already know. Someone
We
like
know
this
who hurt
probably hurt.
them. It was either they mama or it was some girl who fucking shitted on their, and I'm not
Nah, it
even
was a
gonna
baddie in a purple wig. That's why he said.
I'm not even gonna try to take that away from them, because I know that it is just like it's women out here who have been
Hmm.
hurt by men. It's men out here who have been taken advantage of and hurt by no good ass women. Like, I
True.
mean, I've ghosted a few dudes. I done lied and some more shit. Like, oh my goodness. Like, who?
Me
So I get
too.
it. So
Nah,
I
I ain't
get
gonna lie to you. I was a dog. My dog ass. I was making niggas cry.
That's, you know what? That's why I don't even get mad when they be like, oh, the German shepherds. I be like, ooh, shit, it was coming out a little bit. I forgot about that part.
Listen, one of the guys, I'm kind of cool with him now, but he called me a German Shepherd.
Who called you a German shepherd?
Knew his mean ass when he was when he used to be a mod for Jessica X. His ass called me a German Shepherd. I ain't even do nothing. I came into the room. I said, "Hey everybody, German Shepherd." I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Oh."
See, knew he might have a little bit of that red pill, black pill rage type shit
Mhm.
going on. But I try to love people where they're at. And also, too, we got to be careful with these people, because let us not forget, when we're talking about this pseudo masculinity and this over machismo, these niggas out here killing bitches
Yep.
over comments online. Not saying that that's new. I'm just saying I
Yeah,
try
I
to
think
treat
New was
people.
cool. I think he just be trolling.
I just
I
try to
didn't know
treat
he was.
people where
I
they
didn't
at.
know he was
So
trolling like that back in the day. But like, he cool. He
yeah, nah,
cool.
he be trolling. So if you want to troll, I'm gonna leave you over there, because I'm sorry that yeah, I'll talk my shit, but sometimes I actually want to have real conversations, meaningful conversations with people. Sorry, not sorry. So if you're on that shit right now, I really can't give you anything, but hey.
Yeah, I troll back. So yeah, New is cool. He just called me a German Shepherd. That's all.
Oh, see, I like that blue.
Yeah, that's pretty. Like, you know what? Y'all need to stop hating. Let black women have
Oh no, go
feelings.
to that green. Oh, go to
Which
that
one? Green?
gray. Wait a minute.
Yes, I like that gray.
Oh
But
my
like, it
god.
can go wrong because like, what if it? Tyler Perry, he know how to master that gray because his wigs be actually good. That's what make me mad about him because he actually put himself in good wigs, but he put everybody else in funky wigs. I like gray and blonde on dark skinned women.
I had gray braids last year. I thought I was Storm, y'all. Like,
Oh
y'all
my
can't tell me
goodness,
shit.
isn't she like gorgeous?
Yes, she is. And her makeup is on point too. It's the cheekbones for me.
Dang. A lot. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to buy
What
your
about
girls.
black women and blonde hair too, though? Because they
Yeah.
try to hate on that shit too. I know they say the purple thing a lot, but
Mhm.
the blonde hair, a lot of the arguments that I see, oh, it's not natural to black women. You just want to be like a white woman because you got blonde hair. Shut the fuck up.
Now, white women don't rock it as good as this.
Look up Mary J. Blige. If she is not a blonde bombshell, I
Oh
don't know who the fuck
yes, Mary.
is.
Oh my goodness, I love Mary J. Blige. Like
Yes,
I used to
that's
hear
my
her little pig
Capricorn
dance.
sis right there.
Bro, Mary J. Blige is so fire, y'all. Y'all wish. Okay, we're not gonna judge this picture, but listen, y'all wish. Everybody had a bad dang.
Right, look at her. Look at her.
Yes, even with the pixie. Y'all not messing with Auntie Mary, bro. She be on some real shit. I fuck with her. She a real. That's a real woman right here.
Have you
She know how
seen
to.
her on Power?
No, I haven't seen her on Power, but I've seen her in real life perform. She really is
Oh
the life
wow.
of the party. Yo, Mary.
She said we don't need no hateration in this dancery.
I'm telling you right here, bro. This
Oh
woman
yeah,
is
see, Pretty Black
everything.
Magic, she got the blonde too. I seen your
Yeah,
video, Pretty Black.
pretty back
You
is
are so
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yes, we need to put our blonde wigs on to hate, like for the haters. You know, we need to have a national weave day.
I mean, even when I before I put the color, the
Hmm.
purple onto my hair, I had to lift it to like it was blonder than the picture that you had. It was like that blonde that she has in that bob right
Yes.
there. And I was like, oh shit, I look good with this blonde ass hair. I don't know if I want to put the color on it type shit.
Yeah, I had blonde hair too. When I had blonde hair, people they used to like me better. I had a short like Jada Pickett cut and a blonde hair. I swear I did. But you know, that was funny. Like everybody preferred me bald headed, but I'm never gonna cut my hair like that short ever again because my head was cold. But yeah, I used
Yeah,
to get hit
but
on a
see, you
lot.
look like you got a little head too.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. They like, you got a little cute peanut head. Look at your little cute peanut head girl.
Yeah, you got that little peanut head. You could pull off the shortcut.
Yep. And I finessed the dude out of a haircut. I was like, hey, let's go to the barbershop because I need a haircut. And he paid for my haircut. So, you know, I was like, whatever. He wanted a kiss, whatever. I didn't give him none of that. But Rihanna, she be rocking some fire hair styles too.
Yo, Rihanna, now she is the epitome of that line that Megan did,
Hmm.
switch up my hair, make him feel like he cheating.
Yes.
Let me tell you, she rocks so many different styles and I love it. And that's just another part of being a woman. Again, being a woman is a flex if you didn't already know. We change up
Yes.
our hair and we a whole different character. We will get into character, different roles, all that type of shit because the hair is different. Now the mullet,
Mhm.
I don't care for it.
Yeah. I
Hell,
was, hold on. Yeah, that one's not really that good, but I like her little pixie. Hold on.
and
I don't know. It's really edgy.
and
That
she
one's
got a
really
big
edgy.
forehead and will rock different stuff. I love it.
Yeah, but when she had like the pixie cut, her forehead didn't even look that big. But I think this is very cute and feminine. I don't know why men don't like short hair. It's really cute and feminine, and if you have a pretty face, it really brings out the face. Because
It does bring out your features.
a lot of hair, it just like hides your face, and that's what a lot of people would tell me. They'd be like, "Yo, like when you have shorter hair, I can actually see your face." Because my hair can get really big and bushy,
Mm-hmm.
so when I
It
did cut my
depends.
hair,
Oh, go ahead.
when I did cut my hair off, it just like brought out my face more.
Yeah, I think it depends on a few different things. One of them is like how your face is shaped because for me, straight hair on me, like bone straight hair, it looks crazy on
Oh
me.
yeah, I hate bone straight hair. Ugh.
If I have a little bit of wave or a curl in there,
Mhm.
I'm Sasha Fierce in this bitch. But
Exactly.
or
I like
even
curly hair. I like either big hair or like very short hair. I don't do anything between. I don't do straight hair really because I don't like how it looks on me. I think I look funny looking with straight hair.
yeah, it don't it's just something about on black women. It just only only a few black women can pull it off, and that's if you have like more Eurocentric features, in my opinion. But
Exactly. Like the
for somebody like
Zendaya
me
type.
who has a wider nose, bigger lips, the fuller cheekbones, like the straight hair, it just look it I don't have another word besides weird. It just looks weird on me. And a lot of times that's what a lot of these guys are thinking about, the ones that cry about weave all day.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, "Oh, you should just be natural," but what they really mean is like putting a fucking hot comb to your hair and shit. That's not
Exactly.
natural, bro.
That
Curl damage
isn't.
isn't natural.
I don't. I don't even like getting my hair straightened. I can get my hair braided, but like something about the heat, I can't do it. I never was the type of person who could do it. But also, I like the locks look. I feel like that's my next mission in life to get my hair not dreaded, but like get locks in my hair. Like I've been looking at. I always follow women who have locks and stuff because I think it's very feminine and it's very cute. Like look how adorable she is.
Yes, look at her hair though.
This hair goes right here.
Look at that red lip on her though. Oh my
She got
goodness.
it all going on. Like she got nice clothes on. She got her eyebrows did, her
She got
eyelashes on too.
perfect cheekbones. The contour is on point. See, I was thinking about doing like a hair care video because I've
Hmm.
been locked up for a year now.
Oh yes.
I'm just so in love with it. Like I'd be obsessed with my fucking hair. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna do one because I have to celebrate my locks.
I'm gonna lift my hair up in like a year or so. Like I just want to get rid of all the damage that I put on to my hair because I was listening to my grandma. I relaxed my hair like while I was pregnant. I know that's bad.
Let's see.
I know you're not supposed to do that, but I was like,
You did it when you was pregnant.
yeah, I was pregnant and I got my hair relaxed. I said, I cannot. I'm out of breath. I'm big and I'm out of breath. I cannot. I went back to the creamy crack. And pregnancy hormones really do something to you because I swore out that creamy crack for like years. There's something about blind locks that just do it for me.
Yeah, the colored locks is cute to me too, but since I know how the bleach and the color treated my hair prior
Hmm.
to locking it up, I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking with that shit. Like,
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I keep doing that. That's the reason why I have a lot of issues now. I feel like hers is like white people. I don't like that. That's ugly. Um, but I have a problem with color too. Ever since I colored my hair, I've been addicted to it. And then I'll be like, bro, why I keep doing that?
because you addicted to the damn color, I get it. My brother, his hair has been locked for shoot almost 10 years, and he just bleached his and then he put purple in that shit. I guess he would be I don't know what they would call a man with purple hair, but I didn't really hear any complaints when Cisco had his hair silver, but whatever. But yeah, he colored his hair purple and I'm just like, good for you, bro, but I can't do it. Ooh, look at Cass with the blonde hair.
Casimira. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. She's stunning on us. Look.
For
Girl, I had to
real.
bring it up when y'all was talking about hair. I was like, man, I love hair colors too. Okay. I'm
It's
here
a
for
whole mood.
this.
I love you with the blonde, Cass. Oh my gosh,
Man,
it's such a contrast from your dark brown.
I know, right? It's like, damn, it's a big pop there, but I'm with y'all. Hair colors all day. Silver hair, feel like storm, fly, make them feel
It's
the
so
rain, make 'em
fun.
feel the wrath all
Said
day.
make them feel the rain, make them feel the wrath. All right.
That's some cute highlights, girl.
I'm telling you though, sometimes you gotta do it. You
And
Yeah,
you
gotta
have to
do it.
go to somebody who
look.
actually knows how to color hair so they don't
Hmm.
mess your stuff up. Like, don't do it yourself with the box
Mhm.
and mess your own self up. Like, please go to a colorist.
That's my problem. I always keep messing my
Oh,
own
that
hair
sounds bad, huh? Because people talk about colorism, but
Girl, you're
colorist
supposed to
for
use some
hair is
cheap
a
hair
different
and
thing.
try first, and then use your good hair, and then try to
Yeah, do a test strand.
yeah, like
up.
test
I'm always
it.
messing up my hair. I'll be like, I'm impulsive, so I would just be like, let me do this because I really want to do it, and then I'll be like, fuck, I messed it up.
Right. Hair is a whole science. I think that's why too a lot of dudes get confused as to why we're so excited about it. It's like we can use a different product, a different technique and get a completely different hairstyle, ergo a completely different person because now I'm mother 2.0 different from what I was 8 hours ago. Yeah, right. Bismillah, get it colored at the salon. Somebody who knows what they're doing. Y'all, and it's where I live, it's a white woman out here charging other white people like over $300 to tangle up and quote unquote lock up their hair. It's real out here. If I knew how to do that, I would get in on it and make money.
I heard for locks, you really don't have to like if you're black, you really don't have to do anything but not brush your hair, and it'll start
You
free forming.
don't. It naturally locks up. And that's why when you do get your hair in the starter locks, they
Hmm.
have the term called marrying. So it's pretty much like at the roots, they start like gathering together. And depending on if you're trying to do free form or wigs or keep them twisted individually and different things like that, you'll want to separate that marrying because the hair just naturally gravitates towards each other and makes those roots at the end and they start locking up. So they start marrying each other. Other people who don't have our type of hair have to like get it ripped and pulled in different directions for it to have that type of texture, for it to even start matting together and things like that. So yeah, it's an interesting technique that they're using, but yeah, and what I live in Colorado, it's a lot of non-black people who have locks and it just be looking nasty. I think that's why they try to talk about black people with locks because their shit is really the nasty shit, the lice infested, greasy ass, nasty shit. Because if they do
Yeah,
their hair like that, they can't wash it every day like they usually do. I I didn't find out until I was in middle school that non-black people wash their hair every day. And my mother is a barber. My grandmother and my grandfather are licensed cosmetologists. Well, my grandfather was before he passed away. And they taught me a little bit about the chemistry and science of hair. And our hair dries out faster. Whether you're white or black, water is going to dry that hair out. However, other people, they have different properties in their scalp which creates that buildup of oil, which is why sometimes they don't even shampoo that shit. They just get in the shower and wet that shit and be smelling stink. Anyways, we usually do ours once, twice a week, depending on the style that you have going on.
Mm-hmm.
I
The day I
heard.
learned that, I was cracking up. I was like, "You mean to tell me white folks just use like my mister just uses fucking shampoo?" I'm like, "Why aren't you using conditioner?"
Yeah, they don't use. Wait. I'm just learning that today. They don't use conditioner.
Not none
No,
of them that
they
I've
might use
dated.
like a
They
5-in-1.
yeah, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
What
Like
is a 5-in-1?
they're like, "Oh, I use it all over." At least he's not
Oh
that bad. He uses like a separate one. But I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, it's just for my hair." I'm like,
my
"No, that's for your body." Like, yeah, I don't know.
OMG. That's why there's jokes about people, men using that 3-in-1 because it's the
Mhm.
white boys who be using that. Cause I know, I hope. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. Down there. Y'all don't be using that shit. That's 5 and 3-in-1, 5-in-1, whatever that shit is.
That shit don't get you clean. I'm not convinced. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
whole articles now about how Dove isn't really soap and doesn't get you clean. So what
Yeah.
do you think these 5-in-1, 7-in-1, Head and Shoulders for the hair, and like, no, your scalp doesn't even have the same type of skin on it that your entire body does, or the majority of your body. So I'm confused. It's like, are people using bleach to rinse off their dishes and rinse off in the shower as well? I'm confused.
Yeah, they
You
just
think
nasty.
that's something?
These
I,
the same people who said that it's not really healthy for your skin to take a shower.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, take a shower, cause that
Oh,
build up
the
funk
baby
ain't
woke up.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, the baby, she did wake up, y'all. So I'm gonna have to wrap it
The
up pretty
boss woke
soon.
up.
Yes. Yeah, I wanna figure out how to show my background. Hold on, I might have to hold on. I'm gonna have to put everybody to the back because I really want y'all to see this cat. Cause
You,
y'all see the cat?
you gotta send me that. That's cute.
Okay, I'll email it.
That cat
Oh my
is
goodness.
living the best life right there. Living its best life.
Somebody making it rain on Big Purr.
Exactly. She has
Big purr,
glittery
big purr.
$100 bills. But yeah, well, I'll probably do like another live. I'll make this a weekly thing because like I was telling Donovan, like I was like, oh shoot, I ain't gonna be able to finish this in time. But lucky I did. Okay, Donovan, I don't care if you know what, you might have to get kicked out. Okay,
We
because
need to
listen, we
we
love
need to
cats over here.
eventually get it to the point where like at least one of us is live. We gonna get there.
Yes,
We gonna get there.
I got a whole bunch of cats. Hold on, let me show y'all.
And whether you're just live for an hour or whatever the case may be, it's like oh shit, you done dropped everybody. We all here trying to hear some shit. Everybody has different topics, and you know how you put together your presentation was dope as hell too. So
Yeah.
hey, let's.
We need to do this because I'm tired of hanging out in the manosphere spaces. Plat
Okay.
Plat timed me out. Hold on. Me and Plat got beef because he timed me out,
Wait, what? Oh my goodness.
and I ain't even do nothing. I got a whole room
Wait,
full.
how Plat time you out? You not a mod over there no
Yeah,
more?
I am a mod, but he still. You can time people out if you're the
Oh, if it's your
planner,
channel.
yo.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to show y'all my thing. Hold on.
Period.
I was trying to figure out like I need to get a whole bunch of cats, but yeah, we're drawing to the conclusion. Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Basically, yeah, things will be ending soon because the big boss lady, she done woke up out of her nap, ready to eat and play. So, yeah, that's all they do, pretty much.
That's all they do. And shout out to you and Celeste for taking it upon yourselves to have, time for yourself and time for everybody else to come and get away from that shit as well.
Hold on, y'all.
Ava over there running the show. Oh, baby.
Ava's like, I want my time, reclaiming my
She
time.
is reclaiming her time. And that's another thing too. Let's see. I fuck with you on that level too because we don't care about having our babies in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on a few panels where you hear the mom or even the dad too in the background like shut up and all that type of shit. It's like it's a baby. They gonna do what they do.
Yeah, baby's gonna do what babies do. Like, why are you expecting a child not to like express themselves in the only way that they know how? Like, they will either cry, laugh, or
I
try to speak.
forget that you work in child development. I forget.
Yeah, it's sad though. People
It's
always try to treat children like they don't have any type of like, you know, feeling.
autonomy, feelings.
Yeah. You're like, oh no, they don't have any feelings. Fuck that kid. It's like, what the hell?
Be seen and not heard.
Exactly. You ain't
I'm
grown
like,
folks'
fuck that.
business.
If I'm
I'm
going
not
live,
hungry,
y'all gonna hear
mama.
these babies in the background, okay?
Okay, like why though? Why? I'll never get it.
Depending on what we talking about, y'all
Oh
gonna
well, yeah.
hear in the background. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
But it's true though. It's true. I think Let's did a excellent job.
Absolutely. I
You know?
appreciated the presentation. I'm going to play it back so I can get
Yeah.
more of it. And it's probably going to be a part 2 on this because this is these are constant themes that we see showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna wrap things up because Big Mama, she mad a little bit, you know.
All right. All right.
All right.
Y'all,
All right, y'all.
y'all have a great night, you know. We'll
All
catch
right.
up. Well, I don't know. Hold on, she's smiling now. But what I was talking about, her method, her coping method, she put her little thumb in her mouth. Now she got herself laughing.
Well,
That's it.
my conclusion would be sad girl hours are necessary because you have to express the negative part. Not saying that you should just be crying for no reason and different things like that, but there are different benefits of crying. There are different benefits of actually acknowledging your negative feelings and things that make you feel anxiety or fear or sadness and different things like that, just so that you are aware of your triggers and how it may show up in your interactions with other people in day-to-day life. And it can also help you treat yourself better because, hey, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And with that, Mother Earth, I'm out. Thank you. Let's see.
Thank
Cass.
you, Mother Earth. You have any last sayings? Oh,
Indeed.
Ava, you want to say anything? Say, baby. Okay. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Thank y'all, ladies, for
All right.
helping us. And I'll end it right now.